friends, thanks for joining me today in Tuesday's tutorial. It's Maria Robinson, Stamping Simply with Maria. I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up! Here in the United States. So in today's Tuesday tutorial, the card that gave me inspiration was this one right here. There was something about this, I don't know, it reminds me of like curtains or something, I guess, valances in all these different colors. I just thought that looked so cool. So I really like that. And it uses one of my favorite stamps and die sets, Darling Details. You can purchase this as a bundle. It's $54 and it's in the annual catalog. Lots of inspiration here. The card that I featured last week, actually, I got the inspiration from this card right here, and it uses the frame die. Let me show that to you. I changed it up a bit. I actually used the Masterfully Made, I believe, the designer series paper. I just thought that paper was gorgeous and it just fits so nicely in this frame, and I wanted to show that off. And then I did a little die cutting with the flower, some leaves, added a sentiment, and the card was done. And of course bling, because we all need bling, right? So let's get started. Set this aside. Actually, you know what? I'm going to leave it here just so I have that for reference. Now, I've done a lot of cutting because I'm going to be honest with you. Cutting out those, the fringe there, the valances as I'm calling them, is a bit tedious, but it's worth it. Trust me. So we've got these pieces all cut out. I am going to cut 3 more, so why don't we get that out of the way. Let's see, can I use my mini here? I know they'll fit in there. I'm just wondering if it's going to give me fits that it will. I need to have it perfectly lined up, but I think we can try this. Let's try this. All right, so I've got that die that does the, you can use this as a border, you can use this as a fringe like what I did. All right, so you want to line this up. Incidentally, my papers, my cardstock, this is Tahitian Tide, and they were all cut at 1 inch by 4 inches long. All right, so let's die cut this. I'm going to get a piece of Post-it note just to hold it down. Make sure it doesn't move on me. And what you want to do is you want to keep this to the edge of the your cardstock and leave a little bit up on top here. So then you'll be able to layer them. And my top plate. All right, let's see if this works. It should. There we go. See what I mean? It leaves all these little pieces behind. So I'm just going to clean that off over my garbage can. So I'm out of your view for a minute. Bear with me here. Put that back. This piece comes off, and that's garbage also. Let's take off the Post-it note. And you're left with this. So what you want to do is, I know where it is. Take your pick tool. I have the brush end on mine. I'll put that here. And then some of these pieces get stuck on the dies as well, so you just flip it over and just use the brush, and they pop right out. And the ones that are a little too stubborn, you can always use the pokey tool end. Yes, that's a term, pokey tool, to get them all out. And get the rest out here. And some of them are more stubborn than others, but for the most part, they all come out. And what I do is I just keep a box with my take your pick tool in here, And it comes with the foam mat, with the brush end. Just keep that in there for future use. We'll put this aside. We just have to do the green and the parakeet party and the sweet sorbet. So I'm going to put that, line that up again, and I'm looking for the edge of the die on this side here, the left side, and I'm going to put that right up to the edge of the cardstock. Line this up to the bottom. My Post-it note so it doesn't move on me. Top, run it through. And the reason I have the die on an angle is because this way you won't get those bumps going in and out. Not as bad anyway. Over this little garbage. Brush these out again. It's very handy, this tool. I realize I'm probably out of your view and you don't even see what I'm doing. But I'm doing the same thing. I'm just, oh, I guess you do see me. Okay. I guess you do see me. I just peeked in the screen and I see that you could see what I'm doing. So that's good. Clean this off. And I'm sure I'll be finding these little pieces all over my room because they just get everywhere. They get static and they just go all over the place. All right, and then we have one more. Again, I'm going to line this up right to the edge. Grab my Post-it, stick that down, and we'll run it through again. I'm done with the cutter, with the cutting machine, the embossing machine. I think I have everything else cut. All right, so let's clean this off. Put that in there so it doesn't go all over the desk. We'll set these aside. Alrighty. And you may be thinking, oh my goodness, that's going to damage the paper. It does not damage the cardstock. I mean, it does curl it up a bit, but I'm straighten it right back out. Okay. Set that aside. We're done with that. This is done. Okay. So let's see what we have here. So I have a piece of basic white, which measures 4 1/4 by 11. I cut this the long ways. Go either way. Just thought it might look nice. I've got one of those little blue things here, trying to get it off. You know, so it stands like this. Then I have a piece of basic black, which measures 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. I'll just adhere this down now. So I'd love to hear your comments, what you think about this. Do you also use the catalog for inspiration? Love to know if you do that as well. And you can also use it for color inspiration. Speaking of which, if you are part of my newsletter, I am starting a new newsletter that I send out every 2 weeks. And it just shows you color inspiration. So I highlight 3 colors that are coordinate. They might not be colors that you might use together, but I felt that they look nice together. And so you could use that as inspiration as well. And I post that, as I said, it goes in my email newsletter. So if you're a subscriber, you'll get that. And if you're not, you can subscribe to my newsletter in the comments below the video. You'll see a link to sign up. And I send out my newsletter is usually once a month, but as I said, I will be doing the color inspiration every other week. And you can post your cards, so make those cards with those colors that I show and then post them to my Facebook business page so everyone could be inspired by what you share. All right, so I'm going to adhere these. Now I did adhere the other ones with Scotch tape, but I forgot the Scotch tape, so we're just going to go with some adhesive, some liquid glue. I just want to add a little bead here. So I can put this, I did that wrong. Okay, this has to go here, so I need the glue down here, not on the green. But that's okay, because we're going to need that anyway. Yep, it is okay. And the reason I'm using the liquid glue is because I can flip it around, and then if I don't like where it is, I can move it around a little. You could decide where you want this. And yes, the glue will show through right now, but once it dries clear and you don't even see that. Let me put the blue one down. Flip it over. Make sure we have it in the right place. And then do the green one, the Parakeet Party. Now I'm making this a Christmas card, and I want it to be a little more whimsical because I felt that the Darling Details, the stamps had some, had a little whimsy to them. So that's why I chose these colors. So they're non-traditional Christmas colors. But keep in mind, you can use any colors that you want. It doesn't have to be a Christmas card. You can make it a birthday card, a thank you card. Anything you want. Okay, that's good. Then we're going to put this down. So let's add a little adhesive to the back. We'll add this. keeping it more towards the bottom, but still leaving a little white showing. All right, now for the fun. Let's do a little stamping. First, let me clean off my hands because they're a little sticky from the glue. So I like to keep hand sanitizer around so that I can use that. Now, let's see. So I've got some pieces already cut. I know I'm going to be using this here. The question is, do I want to keep it? See how the designers added some extra flowers off to the side with this here? So I think I might do the same thing. Okay. So let's pick, let's do Tahitian Tide. Just gonna keep the colors simple. Let me bring in my Pierce mat because I will need that to stamp off anyway. Where's my card? It's right here. So let's see, where is this going to go? So I want to put that about here. So I think we'll put the flower right about here maybe. See, my fingers are still sticky. So, and then we'll do the outline. I'm sorry, that was the outline. That was the detail. This is the fill-in part. So we're gonna ink that, stamp off, and then fill it in and stamp on. And what I love about these photopolymer stamps is that you can line them up perfectly. There we go. Okay, so let's close this up. And then we'll just add just gonna do a little bit of a stem here. Can you see that? Just a little. I'm just gonna ink this up just halfway because I don't want it coming onto the perfect. And then I've got a little flowers and leaves. So I'm just going to randomly put these around. Put one up here, maybe one down here. Maybe one up here. I'll leave that alone. And then we need our green. So let's see. I'm gonna add some leaves on there. And another, oops, I just did that in red. Good thing I caught myself. Good thing, because we don't want any red leaves. Be a little bit interesting, right? And I think that there's a fill-in part which I did not pull out. So let me see if I can find that piece. Let's just close this so I don't do the same thing again. Where's my stamp set? So here is the fill-in part for the leaf. Let's take these off. Let's put that on. ink, tap off, and then just fill in. Same thing again, and fill in the other one, like so. Perfect. Just want to stick these on here so that I don't lose them. I tend to lose those little ones. All right, I think we're good with that. Put these away. So I think we can put this card together now. And I'm just going to add glue to the back of this instead of dimensionals, because there's a lot of dimension going on in the front already. So I'd really love to read your comments. Let me know what you think about this. If you find inspiration in the catalog. Oops, let me cut this a little. I see that there's a little bit of the pieces here hanging off, and I should have done that before I added glue. Oh, this is not going to be easy. All right, so I'm doing this so that you can see what not to do. Make sure that you trim. I'll get my other scissors. Go. All right. Make sure you trim it before you add the glue. Should have checked that. I thought about it and then I didn't. Beautiful. And then we'll add this with dimensionals. I don't even think I'm going to use these that I cut out. Maybe I'll use them on the inside. Just add this right. Yeah, see, you don't even see that, the stem. It's all right. It's all right. It's all good. Let me add a little glue to this so it's not just hanging there. Hold that down a second. Then we'll add our sentiment. And what I did with this, I heat embossed it using white embossing powder. And this is an old stamp set from, it's called Wrapped in Christmas. So I like to keep a lot of my Christmas stamp sets because they're just beautiful, and sometimes I just like them like that. So that's why I keep them, even though it's retired. So it's no longer available, but you might get lucky and you might be able to find it someplace if you want that. Or you can try to find another sentiment. Then we'll just add this right to the bottom here. We'll add some bling. I'm going to keep these and put them on the inside. So let's see. Keeping with the whimsy, I think I'm going to use these tinsel gems. There's 4 colors in here. We have, so as I pull them out, what do we have? We have Berry Burst, Blueberry Bushel, Lemon Lime Twist, and Pretty Peacock. So I think I'm going to go with the Lemon Lime Twist. Put one about here, maybe. Should I add one down here? I think you'll see that down there. Put one here. And we'll add a little one. Maybe over here. Okay, perfect. So there you go. Oops, let's put these on the inside. And let me stamp the flower again, and then we'll add the leaves. Okay, put the flower right down here. Actually, I don't think I'm going to add those leaves inside because that might look a little weird, right? What do you think? I think that would look a little strange. Yeah, all right, we'll just keep the flower. I'll add these to something else. I'll close that glue. So friends, let me know what you think. Let me know if you also find inspiration in our catalog. It's chock full of cards and ideas. And don't, if you see the darling details and you're like, oh, but I don't have this stamp set or dies. I mean, you could try using anything that you have on hand. It doesn't have to be specifically that set. Don't feel like you're tied to that set. Of course, if you're interested in purchasing the set or any other sets, you can certainly let me know, and I'd love to be your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I'd love to earn your business. My contact information is in the description below the video. Friends, if you are not a subscriber to my channel, please consider subscribing to my channel. I do upload new videos every Tuesday morning, and trying to grow my YouTube channel, so everything, all the sharing and loving and comments and subscribing really helps me. Till next Tuesday, have a great day. Happy stamping. Bye.